As much as I'd like to try to stay away from Gintama and, well, not see a gorilla's underalls, I can't really do that. Because, as dumb as it seems, this story is fun and I want to see more. So, if you want to see more of our furry little friends, you better sit back and get another drink. Because we're about to start. No! You do not start off with Prince Barker. Bad. Bad Gintama. Are you done now? Thank you for going over the movie one more time, but... Benizakura, hint. No, it's the same as before, where this scene doesn't have an English translation, but it's fine. We can understand what's going on. Even with my limited Japanese. And speaking of Prince Barker, we haven't overly seen too much of him recently. That may be a blessing. And if I see anyone say that Prince Barker is an underrated character, you're getting banned from the comments. But much like reality, we've seen so many people in this show who go about their daily lives as normal, trying to live the best that they can, and obviously failing. And how many of the cats will actually face some sort of freedom? I like the fact that his human side was never given a true form, because that's not what the story is about. Because his past isn't one that he was proud of or would want to return to. But Condor must really like fighting. Well, he's probably the one in charge of all of this, and why they're collecting all the cats. At least keep your voice down a little. Yep, some dealings are best kept out of the limelight. Yeah. It is. It is good how such in such complicated sentences with so much nuance can be expressed in so little syllables. Yeah. I think you're oversharing. Are you sure she's alive? I, he has faced so many problems. Uh, I have a bad feeling about the ending of this little story or request. Hmm. I think his sexual education needs a little touch up. Nah, you're right. There have been a lot of aphrodisiacs and ancient medicines that various cultures have attempted to procure and use. This they are all now fighting for much more than just their lives. It's when you're in grave danger. And how are they going to take down such a fearsome opponent? And once again, we can thank Gintama for being the only show where the crux of nearly every plan is testicles. If he can get them to rally behind him, a huge band of cats can actually do quite a bit of damage. It would be good if they had opposable thumbs and the proper anatomy so that he could fight like a like he's been trained since in his human form. Since they've already gone down the Dragon Ball collecting the balls to awaken the dragon, it wouldn't surprise me if they also do a scene for scene reenactment of some sort of fight. Well, the only way out of this is to fight anyway. It's not that surprising. Wow. Reminds me of certain moves from Nergigante from Monster Hunter. Next time, get the hell out of the way, then you wouldn't have to face them head on. What is his plan? What is his plan here to if he can't get any additional help? So this is the origin of both how he lost his ears and how he met her. Well done. It is nice that quite a few deciding factors in Gintama is just doing what you can to protect others. Usually we don't have to fight to the death in our lives. But I guess life was very much different back in the day, and in a world like this. How insightful. It's a great motivator. To think that the story she's telling him now about Gintoki, and then he returns the favour later on. You don't have to take on everything yourself. Then everything they've went through is somewhat worth it. To be able to smile. It's good that there are so many people with words of wisdom. I don't need to see cat anus. Not really what this scene called for. And is that scene going to repeat itself now? With all the other cats around? At least the life force being extracted would be quite useful to that king. Now, it would either be Gintoki and we're not breaking in and doing something, or the other cats taking action. There we go. That is one way to enter. Just going straight through the wall. How did he know that the monster was on the other side at the angle that he was jumping at? He didn't reattach his tail. So, if you want to live, fight for it. Are they? Nice little plaster. Boop. They were so adamant on living for themselves, but when the time came for it, they were only willing to, well, hoping for someone else to take action. Did one of them go for the eyes? Effective. Painful, but effective. Please don't tell me you've got a raging hard-on over this fight. Just go home. It's not worth it. Now, who would you rather fear the wrath of? Katsura's claws or Kondo? Well, I guess they've got to find a new job for the time being, but you've given all the others a reason to fight on and live for. Well, they all fight for each other and under powers and friendships, so maybe it'll work out. And does Gintoki look a bit more fluffy in this scene? Has he got many more years in him to live freely? He's really gone. Like a ghost. Did Gintoki disappear then because he went back to being a man? I don't think he would have just left in the middle of that conversation. Hmm. Are you sure about that? Are you also did Katsura dig out? No. Hmm. Hmm. Well, at least the ground is fertilized. Well, he got out of that situation quite quickly. I see he's back to normal. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it. Possibly. Now, the people couldn't understand the cats, but could the cats understand the people? So they're still causing a bit of hassle. Yeah, that was the most painful situation for him. Not the threat of losing his balls, but not being able to have a sundae. Or parfait. That guy has learned well on how to get food. Ah. Sometimes you don't need words. Skilled! How? He must have trained in calligraphy. You know, you could have. I was going to say, you could have written a note, but he kind of did. And now that we know that that kind of obtaining a new form is relatively easy in the world of Gintama, how many others out there have undergone such a fate? Or how many creatures are wandering around in human skin? I'm sure that actually, if that was the case, they'd blend in quite easily. I I do like how, you know, it's referenced in this little ending scene just now, but Condal is so emotional about a lot of things, isn't he? Why have I only just noticed Sachan down there? Did I blank it from my memory every time I saw it? Learning to cook is generally quite good, especially if you're living alone, but that looks more like sweets and baking. Yeah, I don't think egg on top of rice. I don't think making a bowl of rice and putting a raw egg on it really constitutes as cooking. close though. It really is just one main ideal in Gintama, isn't it? Live for yourself while protecting others and trying to do the right thing. If you are to fight, don't do it out of destruction or hatred, but out of the will to protect those around you. Or to keep your testicles. Both good reasons. And now that everyone is back to normal, what are the next storylines for Gintama? What are we facing now? Having such a... what started off as potentially kinda stupid and dumb, and then turning into a story of atonement. It can be amazing how much your thinking can change when just, well, playing with a cat. Looking after an animal, well, or others as well, but start with an animal, it's slightly easier, can really give your life meaning and purpose. I hope somehow there are others that would come to my aid if I was ever in trouble. Maybe not breaking through the walls to do so, but we'll see. How many motivations in this world are caused by, well, wanting to get laid? I don't really want to see another story kind of like that all too soon. But this is the world of Gintama, anything can happen, and if it's to make me suffer, it obviously will. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know. Leave a like and a comment, subscribe for more, because obviously that's what you want. There is a little bit more Gintama to go round, so get yourself some rest, grab another drink, and more than ever, take good care of your balls. And if you don't have any, then wish everyone else luck. Oh, it's gotta be painful. If you want to be the aphrodisiac to the flailing appendage that is my channel, then consider joining onto my Patreon. Because, well, Sal, Raywin, Electric Ant, Denim 1997, She-Man, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Dark Shadow 7899, Mats, and everyone else have kept me alert and at attention for, well, quite a while now. Thank you.